Hello and welcome to Village in Motion. I'm Marcia Boyles and I'm delighted this morning to begin this session with Janelle from Community Resources. Janelle, you are in Neighborhood 2.
Yes, Village Square.
Downstairs in the Village Square lobby.
Yes.
All right, well, you don't need introduction for most of us since we deal with you continually. Tell us what's going on in Community Resources and what new things you have to announce.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to go in like a chronological order because we have a lot going on right now. First, I wanted to thank all the resident leaders and co-leaders who filled out their Community Resource Handbook update forms. I have all the forms now, and there are a lot because, as you know, we have many, many, many groups here.
Do we have a number?
I would say a rough estimate right now, we're at like maybe 180.
Okay.
Some of the groups that were here for years don't meet anymore. Then there's new groups, and we have a lot of leadership changes. So we're going to publish a new handbook this spring. And so right now what we're doing is we're working on collecting all the data to update everything because we want to make sure it's accurate.
Yes.
So yeah, and we have a lot of groups that, you know, sometimes don't make room reservations and they meet, and we want to make sure they're accounted for too. So that's why we asked everybody to fill out a form, and the residents were really good about returning the forms, and they wrote clearly, and I'm just typing away, just entering
All right,
things,
I'll bet you are.
We have such a diversity of groups here, so many different things for so many different interests, which is what makes Green Spring, I think.
Are meeting rooms still a bit of a issue?
Actually, it's not been that bad recently. Most of the rooms have reopened. And as you know, we have a new room in Town Center, the Town Center Classroom 2, so we have another room.
Where is that?
If you go, oh boy, it's past the new Potomac Cafe down the hall. I'm not really good with my Town Center map.
Okay. But by the cafe?
It's a nice room, yeah. And honestly, the room reservation process this year went fairly smoothly considering everything. When we did it, we decided to get all the resident groups first and then open it up for everyone else. And by doing that, we were able to ensure that most resident groups got the rooms they needed.
All right, good.
Yeah, so that's, I just wanted to thank all the resident leaders for doing that. And then the other thing I would like to talk about now is the AARP tax aid services that Community Resources sponsors every year. So some people don't know that we do this.
No, this was news to me.
Yes. So for the past few years, we have had some wonderful volunteers who come here to Green Spring, and they are from the AARP tax aid, which is not just for Green Spring, they do it all over the United States. And these volunteers come, and they usually come to the Village Square classroom, and they help residents who sign up do their taxes for free. So
no, they do it with a group?
They do it on a one-on-one basis. So I come in, say I'm a resident, you sign up through me.
Okay.
And the sign-up started yesterday, and I can tell you I already probably have 25 appointments already.
Whoa, is there a limit?
Yes, there is a limit. So I'll back up here a little bit. So they come, it's every Wednesday, March through April 8th. So there are limited time slots. So
all day?
They start at 9:15. And the last appointment is at 12:30 because they have to allow about at least an hour and a half for each appointment. Because, you know, sometimes they take longer, sometimes they're shorter. Sometimes complications arise and it takes a little longer. But last year it ran very smoothly, and we had such glowing reviews, and people here were so happy with the service. So they were elated when they found out they were coming back.
Yes. Oh, that's a terrific service.
Yeah, and so you have to sign up through me, give me a call, or come and see me.
Okay.
I have, like I said, I already have a lot of people signed up. There is a limit. It's a first come, first serve, and it's a free service. And they file for you electronically.
Oh, they do?
So they actually file for you on site, and it's done.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a terrific, yes, terrific service.
Yes, and I tell people that if you just have a tax question, they will answer your questions in the interim in between appointments, so you don't have to make an appointment. You should only make an appointment if you want your taxes done by them, the whole cycle, complete.
All right.
So they're coming now, and I'm taking appointments, and the first appointments start on March 4th, which is a Wednesday, and they go through March 8th, April 8th, which is also a Wednesday.
Okay.
So I just want to let people know that that's happening right now. The flyers are out, and it's on the scroll. but there is limited availability because there's like 5 or 6 volunteers, so they can only take a certain volume of people a day.
In the past, have there been more folks needing it or wanting it than spots?
Yes.
Okay.
I often have a wait list, and I'll put you on a wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll put you on a wait list, and then if someone, sometimes someone just, they sign up and then they decide there's complications, or their son or daughter says, oh, we'll help you, and then they cancel.
All right.
But the sooner you sign up, the better.
Well, again, that's a wonderful service.
Yes. And taxes are kind of a dry subject to me, so I'm going to talk about something a little more fun now.
Oh, good.
So Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So the community resources team, Amber and Dwayne and I, we were sitting one day racking our brains saying, what can we do for Valentine's Day? And we all thought that for some people, Valentine's Day can be a difficult or bittersweet holiday celebration because, you may not have your spouse here. Or, So we thought, what can we do that everybody would find upbeat and fun? So we came up with this idea, and I'll show you the ticket. We're going to have a Valentine's Day Motown party. So we hired a Motown band that's going to come. It's free. And then we also have a special opening act, a dance that's going to be performed by one of our residents. So the tickets are free, but you have to come to us to get a ticket because we're trying to limit the amount of people so we don't get overcrowding.
Where is it being held?
It's in Hunter's Crossing.
In the conference center?
Correct, yeah. It's in Hunter's Crossing on Valentine's Day, February 14th, and the event starts at 1:30. So if you live in Hunter's Crossing, go see Amber, get your tickets. If you live in Town Center, go see Dwayne, and if you live here, come and see me. And I actually have a note on my door, so if I'm not there, you can write your name down and I'll save you a ticket.
All right.
So I encourage all the residents to come out to this free concert. We're going to have it decorated for Valentine's Day. We're going to have some Valentine's Day treats, and we want everyone up clapping their hands and feeling good on Valentine's Day.
Oh, well, that sounds like a fun event.
Yes.
Good.
So that's one musical event, and then of course we have some other things going on in entertainment for February. As you know, the Entertainment Roundtable. They have, I have to take my glasses off because I can't see close up. On Saturday, February 8th, on the Saturday Night Live, is the Mason Cabaret, and I think that's George Mason Cabaret University. That will be at 7 p.m. in the theater, and you can use your entertainment passport or pay $5 at the door. And then on Sunday, the 16th of February, we have the Sidney Foster Concert Series, and that will be the Nova Annandale Symphony Orchestra, and that's at 2:30 in Hunter's Crossing Conference Center, and I hear they're really good. Both of these acts I know have performed here before. They must be really popular because the Entertainment Roundtable brings them back every year, so that going on. And a couple more items in entertainment. Let's see. The dining services team is sponsoring Movie and a Dinner on Thursday, February 13th, which is before Valentine's Day. So you can do that for fun, and then you can come to our event on Valentine's Day. And if that's an RSVP event, the dinner and a movie, so if you want to sign up for that, you want to call Naheed, the administrative assistant in dining services.
That's also an additional $10.
Yes, yes. And then we have the usual Friday night movies. Mr. Wagner does those, our resident Mr. Wagner. And then we have our Saturday night movies coming up. And this, I had mentioned this before, but Connie Rubenstein, she always picks a theme for her Saturday night movies. And this month, her theme is movies done by Barbra Streisand.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have some Barbra Streisand.
Certainly a great favorite of our generation.
Yes, yes. So we have that coming up too. And then we have, I think I mentioned this before on the air, but what used to be called Offbeat Cinema is now called Cinema Now to show contemporary movies. And they are showing on February 11th Tolkien, which I guess is the J.R. Tolkien. I think that was the author. And then on the 25th of February, they're going to show that new movie, Judy, the Judy Garland movie that I believe is, the actress in that is up for an Academy Award. So that's exciting, or rumor has it that she'll be nominated for Academy Award. So we have a lot going on in February.
Yes, indeed. Well, February being Valentine's Day, there's certainly lots of celebrations around that. One of the things that you and I talked about a little earlier was the fact that you are not involved with the copy center issues.
Well, the Community Resources Department you can come to us and tell us what your publicity needs are. So what we do for every resident group is a lot of resident groups do their own advertising, but if you need help with us, what we do, our role is to help the resident groups get a room. We help you do your flyers and publicize your flyers.
And you actually will design the flyers.
For some people we do, yeah. I do a lot of it, and I do because
Yes,
I
know
like
you
to.
do. Yeah,
It's fun.
and you do it well.
Well, thank you. So we'll help you with your flyers, and then for your copy needs, we are here to serve as advisors. We'll ask you, what do you need? You know, what are you using in your meetings? But the resident group leaders really are responsible for any paper that goes on in their meetings. So if you have handouts in your meetings, you make your copies. You can go to the town center front desk and make those, as far as I understand. But I'm not as well spoken on the copy center and what moving forward, because I'm still attending meetings myself. But I do know that there will be limited amount of copies available that residents can get done at the front desk. And I think right now they're
50, I think, is the limit.
Yeah, I don't want to be wrong what I say. And I do know a lot of the items that were cubby stuffed, like for example, my entertainment calendar that I do.
Yes.
There will be some copies available at the front desks that people can, if they want to make a copy, they can make a copy. But the February entertainment calendar is the one that I do. That was the last one I stuffed. I think I put the note on the calendar so people would know that. So you will, if you really want to get an entertainment calendar and you really like the hard copy, you can get it. It's just that we're not stuffing 1,100 copies.
You can get it how and where?
There will be a copy at the front desk, and you can make a copy and take it home if you want.
You can ask them to make a copy.
Yeah, one copy.
But you would have to ask to get the entertainment calendar.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a central location where there's going to be like a rack of items, and then like the front desk can make a copy. If you want something personally done, one copy, you can get it done at the front desk. There will be a charge.
Well,
it's 10
and
cents.
also, as you're indicating, the flash is coming out, is it weekly?
Yeah, eventually. It's not yet, but like I said, I don't want to divulge too much because general services and the communications manager is actually in charge of all that, so I don't want to step outside of my boundary.
I understand.
But we are here to help resident groups, and I've had many come to me and ask me, what do you think I should do? And we can give you some ideas as far as, you know, if you suddenly don't want to do your 800 cubby stuffers anymore, what are your alternatives?
Yeah.
Ultimately, the goal is, and I know we're not there yet, but ultimately the goal is to reduce paper and go more electronic, so that it's good for the environment too.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. It's just that there are so many people that don't use computers.
Yeah.
And, you know, going electronic yet is probably not terribly realistic.
One of the things I recommended to a group was to take a survey of the people that attend your meetings and see who in there actually is not on email, for example.
Exactly.
And those are the people, so instead of doing, you know, 100 copies of something, maybe there's 3 people that need a piece of paper and the rest of them you could email.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Yeah. Well, Janelle, I see we're out of time.
Oh my, already?
It went very quickly, it always does. Anyway, many thanks for your presentation this morning.
You're welcome.
And we will certainly keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.